Hello, amazing art students. Now that you have your flamingo sketch done, we're going to start working on the sky. To do that, I'm going to be mixing a lot of color right here on the paper. Even though you have a palette that has paint on it, you don't necessarily need to be mixing colors there. It's much easier done on the paper. For this part of the assignment, you want to move all the way off the side. You're going to have paper there to protect the table from the excess paint that's coming off of the top and the sides, and I want you to fill up the whole paper, so go all the way to the edge. When your brush starts to do this, it's telling you that it's thirsty and it's going to need you to add a little bit of water, and you'll see that it spreads out the color a lot easier for you. I recommend, to get a realistic looking sky, go ahead and add some white tempera and move that around so you can start getting a wisp of lighter color. It'll look a little bit like clouds, and it'll also lighten up the color right there on your paper for you. So as you continue exploring with these colors, you're just going to go back and forth between your blue and your white, tinting with the white and shading with the blue when it needs to be darker. Don't forget to keep adding water. Some people like to be a little less boring than just plain blue and add some other colors in, like I think you have a red or a magenta or even a purple would look good, but just use it sparingly. And as you blend that in, you'll achieve a different look. When you get close to your flamingo's head, slow down just a little bit so you can go right around the beak. You're going to paint right behind. Now, since the sky is going to be slightly in the background for the flamingo, you're going to want to not stop right at the top of the head. That might look a little bit less natural. So you want to get behind and around the beak. I'm going to paint about midway through the neck. And instead of painting a line around your flamingo, I know it's very tempting to do that, just go ahead and keep going in the same motion so that you have the direction of the sky always going the same way. You don't want your paint lines to change from vertical to horizontal throughout the painting. Just keep going in that one same direction. If you get a little bit of paint on the beak or on the neck of your flamingo, that's okay. Just keep going. When the paint dries, we're going to paint right over any mistakes with the color we mix for the flamingo's feathers. So get in as close as you can to your lines without going too far in. If you need to use a smaller brush, you can. Remember, when this starts to happen on your paper, your brush is telling you it needs a bit more paint and it needs a little bit of water. When you do that, you're going to have a lot easier time spreading the paint out across the sky for your flamingo. And remember, if you want to lighten, you're going to tint with white, and if it gets a little too dark, then you're going to shade with blue, unless, of course, you decide to go with a different color sky, for example, a sunset, which is going to have some reds and oranges and even some pinks and purples mixed in there. That's okay. Yours does not have to be the same color as mine. Just remember that you're mixing the colors on the paper and to use the water to your advantage. Your paper's made to accept the water really, really well. It'll soak right in. Once you finish this part of the sky, if you have time, you can move on to the video for creating the water. And for now, that's it. Good luck.